Hello and welcome back to a frosty February on Calmsden Farm. We are just topping up the mini BGA with slurry. I've already filled up the base game or the map BGA, so that's all full with our slurry from the old cow barn. You'll see as well that this is now full at the mini biogas plant. We've sold the electric charge because we were full, so that's brought us in a little bit of cash. So with that topped up, we can just leave that there. There we go. I have leased this tanker. It was taking an age, just shifting 18,000 litres at a time. So now what we're going to do, you'll notice that all the sunflower oil has gone. We're going to head back down to the main yard where our curtain cider is loaded up, and we're going to go and sell some produce. Right then, we've got the trailer attached, and you'll see that we are properly loaded up. Key ones is the 33,000 litres of sunflower oil. We've got 14,000, well, over 14,000 litres of eggs. We've got our honey, we've got butter, cheese, we've got some canola oil as well. So kind of plumped for the best place for the sunflower oil, which is the general store bay 1. So we'll get the curtain closed and we'll head up there and get this lot sold. So at general store bay 1, and need to try and get all this in one go so we get a nice total, but whether we can or not will remain to be seen. Now, it's worth saying that this is January's produce and February's. I'd ran out of time to do the January one. The animals really did need a feed, so hence why we're doing both together. Now, this is a cracking payday by the look of it. Don't think there's going to be much left. Still going, whatever it is. Eggs, you might know. 183, 205, no, 203,000 off that lot. So, incredibly good payday. So let's get this out the way. Probably back to our little production area. And then I will see you in March. Well, we're into March and we're just up at our fertiliser production. We're going to get the horse fertiliser filled up, and we're going to start a contract. We have several available, so I think what we're going to do, we did have several available, what we do, we're going to go for, we'll go for field 18 first. There we go. This can run away on course play. So we'll head down to the field, get the course generated and start that on the fertilising. Then we're going to drill linseed into our new field. So I'll catch you in a minute. So, contract underway, and very bizarrely, well, maybe not bizarrely, but for fertiliser, it's showing a lot wider working width than the lime. So, okay, that's all good. I did have to go onto Google and check that, but yeah, interesting. So that's running away fine. So we can head back and grab the horse drill and probably the fent, I think. Mix it up a bit, and yeah, we'll start drilling linseed. Just had a notification that we are 60% through on field 18, and we may well see the McCormick and the spreader in a minute when we get to the top of the hill. Can't actually see it just yet. Is kind of, you can just see the red of the spreader in the distance, so that's cracking on through that. So what we need to do now is get a GPS course set. We're probably going to do 2 headlands maybe. So I'll get that all set and I'll see you in a second. GPS all set up. and everything's working nicely. So it's worth saying I've now disabled the seed bed reconciliation mod. That's a mouthful. So we will have to roll this, but I have loaded in, and I can't remember the exact name of the mod, but it's the one where for anything that you plant, so potatoes, sugar beet, corn, that sort of thing, it removes the requires rolling element. So we will be using that, but we'll still roll the other crops, the combinable crops, as I like to call them. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Probably going to do the little bit to the left of us, probably another pass, and then come back down the field. So yeah, we're using fertiliser and seed at a reasonable rate. Have filled up from our own stores of the fertiliser, so that is still coming in handy. I have set the electric charge to selling again because that was full and the processing of the slurry had stopped. So we'll have another tidy little income in shortly. But I think what I'll do is I'll get this little side done, and we will catch up in a short while. So that funny shaped edge of the side of the field is done, and we'll catch the rest on the headlands. It's a big old field this is, but it should bring us in a decent crop of linseed. We are burning through the fertiliser, but like I said before, no problem. We've got plenty in our production. I'd be interested to see how much the horse is used. I think the field said, oh, there you go, it's finished, the contract is done. So we'll get to the end of here and we'll stop the worker. But yeah, I think the field calculator mod said about 4,000 something litres for that field, if I was looking at the right one. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. So we will get to the end of here and go and retrieve the McCormick and move it onto the next contract. So the worker had actually finished the field, which was rather impressive. So that's just over 27k in, and we'll accept the field 5-1. There we go. So we'll head down there, get a course set, and knock that contract out as well. So just letting the worker find their start point. So they're going to head over there now. But if we take a look at the fertiliser, bottom left, we've got 57% left. So that's used around 4,300 litres. So yeah, the field calculator was pretty accurate for that. So should have plenty to do this field. So that's going to get over to its start point and then crack on with that contract. So we can head back to the Fent. Back in the Fent now, seeding the linseed, and our money is looking really, really healthy again. So I'm not overly comfortable with the amount of things that we've got leased at the moment. So if we just take a look, so this is our milk and water tank, so we need that one, so we could look at purchasing that. The auger wagon, we've had that now for months, so we could look at purchasing that. The JCB, again, we've had that now for, what, 21 hours? What's that to purchase? 148k. Yeah, let's do that. So we now own the JCB. No, wrong menu. The auger wagon, again, purchase that. Yes. We need to get these leased items down. So I'll have a think about the other ones. That lizard tanker, I think it's by Mantrid. This one is really, really helpful for shifting the slurry that we've got. And it takes a whole manner of different things. So that could be another one that we look at purchasing. Again, same for these really, the fertiliser spreader. I am tempted, but we do have a pretty good setup with the other spreaders. The curtain cider, yeah, definitely. Could do with getting that. So, yeah, I'll have a look and have a think about it and, yeah, try and get the leased items down a little bit. So it's almost like we've got a hole in the fertiliser tank. It is being consumed rather quickly, but then you look at the top left and we are putting on 175 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare, so it's right up there at the top of the bar. So I'm not sure if we're going to get all the way to the end. We can just hop over to the fertiliser factory, production, whatever you want to call it, and fill up. The seed, I think we are going to have to fill up again. The field calculator, oh, field 5 is finished, that's good. So the field calculator, we can use it for seed on linseed because it is it doesn't have a variable seed rate. So we are predicted to use 5,789, so we will need to refill that. You can't use the fertiliser because it just says 2,500, but we've nearly used 5,000. So yeah, with precision farming, you can't use the fertiliser on your own field, but you can on a contract field because it just applies it at a standard rate by the look of it, I think. So we may reach the end of this pass, I'm not sure, but we'll go and get filled up anyway, and yeah, crack on and go as far as we can. So all topped up with fertiliser. We didn't quite make it to the end of the pass, but it was only about 20-30 foot, so just filled that in and now heading back down the field. So all good. I've grabbed the Defender and the flatbed trailer with the seed on, so that is parked somewhere down there for us to fill up with seed. So then that should be enough, fingers crossed, for us to finish the field. And yeah, it's not taking long. I know we're going at, what, 11 mile an hour with a 12 metre working width. So yeah, plodding through it and yeah, enjoying it. I'm back loving the map again. Not that I wasn't never out of love with it really, but kind of felt we were in a bit of a rut. But it's amazing how having a new field and working in a different part of the map that we haven't worked in before, because contracts don't appear on this field, kind of revitalises it and yeah, makes it feel new again. So we'll get down to the end of here, top up with seed, and crack on through the rest of the field. So while we're down this end of the field, I think we'll do a couple of laps of the island, the roundabout, whatever we shall call it. Bit of a lag there, not sure why. Hope that doesn't make a habit of appearing. So we'll do another one and then we'll continue with the up and downs. So not many passes left to do now, and then we've got the headlands to finish off, but just wanted to have a quick refresh of what we've got planted. So we've got wheat, barley, canola in 3, linseed in 19. We're going to put sunflowers in 20 and 22, soybeans in 2, and I reckon sorghum in 6. So then at least we could feed the chickens that as well. That's my thinking there. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Yes, I know I'm overseeding here, but we've got sectional control on, honest. So yes, that's the plan, I think, unless anything else crops up. And yeah, we'll go with that until till such point that the plans change. So working our way around the headlands now, and you'll see quite a few tyre tracks. This the shorter runs on the field, I was having to reverse back into the field to turn around, which makes me think I probably should have started on the shorter runs, and then I wouldn't be driving over the bits that I'd already seeded. I don't know if anybody knows how you should tackle a field of this sort of shape. or just any field in general, really? Is there a guideline to say start on the shortest pass and then work your way to the longest? I don't know. So yeah, if you know, let me comment down below. Be interesting to find out. But yeah, we should have enough, he says, should have enough fertiliser and seed in the drill now to complete the field. So we will whiz around the headlands and get them done. And yeah, then we can collect on the contract on field 5. And yeah, so this field will then need rolling. Might set that on course play so we can be doing something else, maybe seeding another field, or yeah, we'll have to have a look and see. Finishing off the headland now, going slowly, trying to catch everything in one pass. Not entirely sure we're going to, so we may have to come, yeah, we'll have to come back up and just get a few little bits. But yeah, then that is the field all done. Well, seeding wise anyway. So yeah, I will get the headland finished and catch up when we're back at the yard. So with everything back at the yard, we've come down to retrieve the McCormick and the horse spreader from field 5. So we can collect on that, and we will not be doing weeding. Anything new? Okay, right, let's get this back to the yard, and yeah, we'll get the rollers attached to a tractor. We've got plenty to choose from, and yeah, we'll get them up to field 19, is it we bought? I think, yeah, 19, and get that started. And then we'll take a look at the growth calendar to see if we can get sorghum in the ground today. So, decided to use the New Holland on the rollers. Thought it'd be interesting to see how we get on with the articulation, and quite a wide implement. So, I've had a quick look. Let's stick that on cruise control. I've had a quick look at the crop calendar, and sorghum is April. Planting window opens for that, so we'll have to wait, but that's fine. We have got the wheat and the barley, so I'm still undecided. Really should have a plan in my head before I start talking, but yeah, not sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a headland, and I'll come back to you, maybe with a decision, maybe not, but yeah, we will see. Right, let's get headland done, and yeah, we'll catch up after that. So I decided that this massive tool needed 2 headlands to turn around. Take that how you will. So we've done that, and I'm starting on the shorter passes. Going to give that a go, see how we get on. GPS is set, so yeah, we're just going to plod on through the field. Let's take a quick look. Of course, it saves. So yeah, it's a very slow process, but for that 2% and to get rid of the needs rolling requirement, I think it's worth it. So I'll crack on, do a bit more, and we'll catch up in a little bit. Coming to the end of the last pass on the field now, and you'll see that the money's gone down by about 90k. So I haven't bought a new tractor. I have bought the water tanker and the curtain side trailer. Still not decided on the horse fert spreader yet, and I think the slurry tank is possibly going to be just a short-term thing, so we may not need to purchase that. But that is the field complete. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, spot on. So we can get this folded up and get off the field once I've turned GPS off. There we go. And I think that's probably where we're going to leave it today. I'm happy with the progress we've made. Like I said earlier, it's nice to be working in a new field. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, think about leaving a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.